Breaking news regarding critical information about your health. You don't want to miss this.
You gon' get that?
Yeah. You hear the ringtone, that's the FBiPhone. FBiPhone, FBiPhone. Yeah, you hear the ringtone, that's the FBiPhone.
Hey now, say now, hey now, what's up with it? It's Ya Highness at the Twist News Desk, where we bring you all the news that's good for the hood. And today, I have a special news investigation on the situation of radiation on the population, if you dig what I'm saying. And we're gonna dig right into it, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of reports out here, man. There's something going on with these cell phones that could affect your health in the long term and the short term. And mind you, this is only part one of the report. We got to break this report up because of the amount of information here. Without any hesitation, let's commence the presentation of the information. Now, first things first, we're going to do an internet search and see what we can find there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in cell phone effects on health. All right, we got something here from the FDA. Let's see what they say. Do cell phones pose a health hazard? Many people are concerned that cell phone radiation will cause cancer or other serious health hazards. Yeah, I'm concerned. Let's see. The weight of scientific evidence has not linked cell phones with any health problems. Hey, that sounds good. The low levels of RF cell phones emit while in use are in the microwave frequency range. Huh. Like a microwave oven? So I guess they're saying it's alright, or there's no link to health problems if we microwaving ourselves. Okay. And it says here, the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classified radio frequency fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans on May 31st, 2011. Uh-oh. So we went from no scientific link to possibly carcinogenic. There's a possibility now. And it says, although the existing scientific data do not support a change in FDA regulation of cell phones, the FDA has urged the cell phone industry to take a number of steps, including support additional research on possible biological effects of radio frequency fields for the type of signal emitted by cell phones. Sounds good. Improve cell phone design by minimizing radio frequency exposure to the user. Sounds good. And cooperate in providing cell phone users with the latest scientific information on health concerns caused by radio frequency exposure. I haven't really been informed of the possible health concerns by the cell phone companies. They haven't informed me of anything like that, but that's why we're here, the Twist, because we gonna investigate and get this information for you. Yeah. Okay. The FDA also has some safety standards here, and it says the FDA is also working with voluntary standard-setting bodies such as the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE, the International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection, ICNIRP, and others to assure that safety standards continue to adequately protect the public. I just don't know I'm just not sure how good of a job that they're doing right now, and that's really what's most concerning to me. But here we go. So we're getting into it. First, there was no scientific link. of cell phone radiation to causing cancer. Now there's a possibility, but they're doing additional research right now, so we're gonna hold tight. Let's see what else we can find out. Can cell phones be harmful to your health? Right here, the Center for Research says, in addition, the long-term risks of cell phone use may be much higher for children than adults. The IARC concluded that the evidence suggests this radiation is possibly carcinogenic to humans, and that there wasn't enough research evidence to conclude that cell phones are dangerous or that they are safe. Okay, so there's not enough evidence out there right now to make any conclusions, and they can't tell you if the cell phones are dangerous or if they're safe. I mean, they could be one or the other. They could be dangerous, they could be safe, so I don't know. If you're using cell phones a whole lot and not taking any precautions, you could be rolling the dice with your health. So be aware, be informed. There have been concerns from both scientists and the media that cell phone usage is linked to tumor development. The extensive use of cell phones is a relatively recent phenomenon, and since cancers usually take at least 10 to 20 years to develop, it will be years before research is likely to conclude whether cell phones cause cancer or not. In addition, the long-term risks of cell phone use may be much higher for children than adults. Warning, so please look out for your kids. Please look out for your kids. International organizers have been researching this issue. The International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, which is part of the World Health Organization, WHO, brought together scientists, including those with financial ties to cell phone companies, to review all relevant data on radiation from wireless handheld devices such as cell phones. This type of radiation is known as radio frequency electromagnetic radiation, RFEMR, also referred to as microwave radiation. The IARC concluded that the evidence suggests this radiation is possibly carcinogenic to humans, and that there wasn't enough research evidence to conclude that cell phones are dangerous or that they are safe. And maybe the reason why they can't conclude whether they're dangerous or safe is because the scientists have financial ties to these cell phone companies, and it would probably be against their best interest, their financial interest, to conclude that cell phones are dangerous. So they won't say they're dangerous, but they can't say they're safe. Kind of sounds like a situation like that to me. I mean, there's a conflict of interest. This is just incredible. This is wild. So what does the CDC say? The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, called for caution in cell phone use because of the unresolved cancer question in 2014. However, CDC removed this statement from their website soon after. Critics assume it was removed because of political pressure from cell phone companies. Currently, the CDC says that more research is needed on topics since there, quote, there is no scientific evidence that provides a definite answer. Wait a minute. So, the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, called for caution in cell phone use. The Center for Disease Control called for caution in cell phone use because of the unresolved cancer question. Now, this was in 2014. And then they took the statement back. They retracted it. They took the statement off of their website, and critics assume is from political pressure from the cell phone companies. I mean, what's really going on, man? It's politics and business as usual, I guess, you know, because I thought the cell phone companies was supposed to inform us, but they're taking information down. You know, these cell phone companies are supposed to inform us, but they're taking information down. So what's really going on here? Let's continue on. Scientists in countries around the world have published their own results on other health problems that appear to be a result of increasing cell phone usage. The following health problems connected to cell phone radiation are salivary gland tumors, dizziness and migraines, less sleep and poor sleep quality, changes in production of specific proteins in human cells, decreased sperm count and quality, skin irritation, especially on the face. This is a condition known as electrohypersensitivity, behavioral problems, and increased chance of cancer tumor development in children. You can read more about this here, so please do that. Wow. So it looks like, man, scientists in countries around the world have found some health problems connected to cell phone radiation. Meanwhile, cell phone companies continue to insist that the evidence shows that their cell phones are safe. Cell phone companies tend to draw conclusions based on studies they funded themselves, which have always found cell phones are safe. Okay, well, man, look. Like, what can we say about this? What can we really say? I mean, I'm speechless. There's nothing really to say about that. Think about it. Man, I'm speechless. There's nothing really to say about that. You can draw your own conclusions about that. Here we go. The National Toxicology Program study found for the first time that cell phone radiation could, in fact, damage DNA. Whoa. So now we went from no link to a possibility to it can, in fact, damage DNA. So now it's a fact. Right here, cell phone radiation could, in fact, damage DNA according to the National Toxicology Program study. Okay, so we're still here on the center. We're still here at the centerforresearch.org, and they have a list here of precautions you can take. And it says here, scientists recognize that most people are not going to stop using cell phones, since many studies suggest that there may be risks. Experts recommend that cell phone users take some precautions. Limit the number of calls you make. Limit the length of your calls. Use hands-free devices, wired cell phone headsets, or wireless ones like Bluetooth. If you are not using a hands-free device, put the cell on speakerphone or hold the phone away from your ear. When speaking on your cell phone, alternate sides. Okay, because you don't want to just fry one side, you know, so you might want to put them on both sides so you can get an equal, you know, you don't just want to cook this side of your brain, you might want to cook both sides, you dig what I'm saying? Whoa, I don't know about that. Anyway, okay. When speaking on your cell phone, alternate sides, avoid carrying your phone. Okay, check this out. check this out. Avoid carrying your phone in your pocket, on your belt, or anywhere close to your body, since cell phones emit radiation even when they are not in use. Whoa. Warning. Text message instead of talking, never while driving. Check out how much radiation your phone emits by looking at its SAR, specific absorption rate, which is a measure of the amount of radiation absorbed by your body. When buying a new phone, try to select one with a lower SAR. A list of cell phones with the lowest SARs can be found here. But remember, these SARs are based on a 6-foot-tall, 200-pound man with an 11-pound head, and the levels are higher for smaller people. Did you get that? So, a warning for you, make sure you check out them SAR levels and SAR levels, the specific absorption rate, so you know how much radiation your body is absorbing from these devices. But remember that the rate is calculated for a 6-foot, 200-pound man with an 11-pound head. And if you are not 6 feet tall, 200 pounds with an 11-pound head, then you're probably absorbing more radiation than that number. Just so you know. Should we be concerned? Remember that most published studies evaluated relatively infrequent phone usage, and that research is inadequate to draw conclusions regarding safety for you frequent cell phone users. The health impact of the long-term and frequent use of cell phones that is typical today could be substantially worse. And if there is a cancer risk, we won't see the effects of cell phone use on cancer rates for another 10 to 20 years. That is why it is important that researchers who do not have financial ties to cell phone companies continue long-term studies with more appropriate measures of high, medium, and low cell phone usage. In the meantime, you can play it safe and limit your cell phone use. So what conclusion can we draw from this information that we've heard today? It sounds like the experts are saying that they don't have a definitive answer for you right now. I think it's best to take a proactive approach to this and take some of the precautionary steps that they talked about. And understand, it's not just about cell phones. We have all kind of technology nowadays with our laptops, our tablets, all of our smart devices. We have smart cars. You might have a smart toaster. I don't know, a smart refrigerator. So you got to understand, all of these devices are putting out frequencies, radiation, and what we call dirty electricity. What I encourage all of my loved ones, and I do love each and every one of you, I encourage you to please take caution when using your cell phone.
FBiPhone, FBiPhone. Google me, by my government. Just like a happy meal, I'm loving it. Yeah, I got 100 profile, watch me go wild. If you ain't known then, you know now. Yeah, go down. I know you see me eating caviar. My avatar snapping like a dinosaur. I'm a carnivore. You may see me walking through the door to the Apple store. I need a battery and a cord. What the info? Ooh, this my bad. I want an FBI pad. I'm spending all that I had, cause I got it like that.